Let's explore LAVINGTON'S commercial district. So I highly recommend this neighborhood because it is an upper class neighborhood. It gives you exclusivity as well as convenience. Hi, thank you. So during my consultations, people are always saying how they want to live in a walkable neighborhood and yet they want it to be quiet, like they want to be in the city, but not of the city. And I think LAVINGTON is really that perfect mix. Other neighborhoods like Loresho, Kitasuru are really not walkable, like they're not walkable in terms of convenience. Here you can see there's a liquor store, there's pharmacies, there's a mall, the supermarket, there's a local bar. Of course, you have all types of restaurants and cafes, a gym. My chiropractor is located here. So we're just taking a little shortcut through the mall just so that you could see. Here's a local sports bar. And every time I've come, there's always been a Maasai market here. Let me give you a little run through of the Maasai market. So I definitely think that it's great to support local businesses, women-owned businesses. But hey, if you want to know where to go to get the wholesale items, these same items at wholesale price, hit me up. It's definitely convenient. I'll say the Maasai markets throughout the city are definitely convenient. That right there is cute. I like that. Thank you. Oh, and I like these lamps. These lamps look really good when they're lit. So yeah, it's definitely convenient, but you just gotta know that it's really priced for an uptown market. So if you lived here, you can see that you can get your fresh veggies. You can go to the pharmacy, you got your bars, get your car fixed. And then of course you have your roadside vendors. Some people say that they don't want to be in a high rise, or they don't want to be surrounded by high rises. In that regard, LAVINGTON is a really good look because I believe there's some sort of covenant preventing high rises in this community. You can see across the street there's Social House. Social House is a boutique hotel. It also has, I think, 4 restaurants. The rooftop is nice. They always have a DJ and then a percussionist on the side. They've got a swimming pool. It's definitely worth checking out. This restaurant, Tokyo, I have heard really good things about it, but have yet to go. Okay. This way? Okay. everywhere you go in Nairobi, you're gonna see advertisements for residences, new apartments, condos, etc. But then they're juxtaposed against something like this, which you could tell it's a much older build, probably from the early 70s. And me personally, I just prefer an older build. I prefer wood floors, wood finishing over what you'll typically find in some of the newer builds. And within at least the commercial part of this neighborhood, I like that there's actually sidewalks, so you're not ambling along in the dust. In a lot of places in the city, you're not gonna find sidewalks, and that makes the neighborhood a lot more difficult to traverse if you just wanna go for a nice little stroll. Like a nice quiet place. As a helicopter goes above. But even though it's on James Gichuru, I would imagine it doesn't get too loud. You won't find a lot of Airbnbs in this neighborhood, but if you do, snatch it up. I promise you'll prefer that over living in other parts of the city where there's lots of construction happening around you. Street food culture is very robust here. I love it. So if you're somebody who is a remote worker, you should definitely check out Ikigai. I haven't been inside this location, but you can definitely check them out online. The spaces are really nice. If you're somebody that likes to work within a green space, they have a lot of beautiful green accents within their spaces. LAVINGTON is definitely a neighborhood within Nairobi that I would recommend for singles, couples with and without children. Larger families, because they tend to have villas. We don't really use that term a lot in North America, unless it's like vacation, but here, villas, the closest thing we would have in North America to a villa within an urban setting might be a townhome. Yeah, I think that would be the closest thing, but they're much wider than your typical townhome. I would really love to give you guys a residential tour of these neighborhoods, but as you can see, everything is behind a very tall wall. So me walking the streets of these residential neighborhoods, you're just gonna get the gates and the guards. Ooh, I really like that wicker piece upstairs. It looks like a headboard. Again, it's really convenient, but you know, when you buy things uptown, you're looking at a markup of about 3 times what you would normally pay. What I also like about East Africa is every neighborhood has a place where you can hang out. And even though these aren't planned communities, it's just so much a part of the culture. It reminds me of Europe in that way, self-sustaining communities. I spent my teenage years in the burbs, and at least back then, like every time you wanted to buy something, to do something, you had to get in your car. Okay, so you can see some construction is going on over there, but I guarantee you it's not going to be a high rise. And high rises are cool for people that want that, like people who are coming from New York, New Jersey, some of the larger cities don't tend to mind the high rises, but that's not most of my client base. So again, if you want to be in the city but not of the city, this is a great place to be. I'm on the main road in LAVINGTON, James Gichuru, so it's definitely going to be louder. But here you will find politicians and people with means from a variety of nationalities. Lots of gated communities here as well. And I actually really like this restaurant, Kalamata, one of my new faves. I'll do a quick walkthrough on the way back. Nairobi is really famous for its roadside nurseries. That one's nice. This one's really nice. I used to get my plants on the side of the road, but then I realized that I needed to hire somebody to come into my house to take care of my plants. A, just because I don't necessarily have a green thumb. B, because you can buy these plants on the side of the road and they don't know what kind of light you get in your house, etc. So I found that the plants that I was buying were not doing well in my house because they needed more light. And then I ended up buying some plants from this lady in my neighborhood on the side of the road, and instead of soil, she combined soil with plastic, and the plant basically was suffering because it was trying to find nutrients around the plastic. So I was like, you know what, let me not. This place looks nice too. Like, almost like a little hidden gem. I love a place with a balcony. So if you're considering Nairobi, you need to really ask yourself, what are your non-negotiables? What are your top 5 non-negotiables? Okay, we got a skater. For me, at this point in my life, I think my non-negotiables would be proximity to an ocean, a balcony, quiet. What else? I would also say relatively walkable. What else? Aesthetically pleasing. Welcoming. Yeah. Those would be my top 5. And then just know that your non-negotiables are also going to change as well over time. So I say quiet, definitely quiet. Okay, sis got her whole setup over here, and it looked good. a new mall over here. Let me show you the mall. It looks like, are these containers? I don't know, let's go in and see. Here's the exit, let's go through the entry. Hi. How are you? Is this place new? Is it new?
No, it's not new, madam.
It's not new?
Yeah.
How long has it been here?
Almost. It's 2 years. Yeah.
2 years now. Okay.
Yeah.
Are these are not containers?
I don't contain it.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, let me look around.
Okay, just
Santi.
Okay.
Lots of mills here. Oh my God. Drip Burgers is a new chain. Okay, so now they got the kienyeji, so if you want local food. There's a Drip Burgers near my mom's house. I haven't had the burgers since I don't really mess with meat like that, but my mom enjoys the burgers. Wow. Okay. This one. Pizza. One thing I have to say that I love about East Africa is that you have all of these outdoor spaces. And then, like, there's just so much beyond the facade. Who knew all this was back here? I really like knowing that one of my favorite restaurants is located in LAVINGTON. I don't have to go all the way to Karen. It's a cute coffee shop. All right, now I'm wondering how far up should I go? Hi.
You deserve to live in peace. You deserve a life free from dirty politics, violence, and constant stress. We offer 360-degree relocation services, from personal concierge support to full relocation packages, to help you build the life you've been dreaming of here in Kenya. Purchase your relocation service today at beautyisuniversal.com and take your first step toward a softer, freer life. More details are waiting for you in the description.
Okay, let's go back the way we came so you can get a different vantage points. Still on James Gertrude. People having a late lunch. And you want a good lunch and a cheap lunch? Hey, you gotta come to the Kibandas. They're looking for passengers. So one of the things that I think we take for granted in the global north is that the bus leaves on a schedule. You know what I'm saying? You could be running after the bus. You could be at the door. If you miss the time, that bus driver is gonna leave you unless you know the bus driver. But here, the bus really doesn't leave until it's full. So the bus will leave when it's full. So these guys are trying to get full up just to be as efficient as possible before they leave, which is part of the reason why I don't really take matatus. I just don't find them to be efficient in terms of time. They're certainly affordable. For example, if I take a matatu to my house from here, it's 50 shillings, but if I take a boda, it's probably like 200 shillings. Something is going on over here. Who is he talking to? Another interesting thing for me is just seeing how much commercial activity is around a gas station. In the US, I usually don't see this much commercial activity around a gas station unless it's like on a major freeway, like an interstate freeway. Thank you. Thank you. He just complimented me on my fit that I got at Balogun Market in Nigeria. It's like an Issey Miyake knockoff. Let's see if I can share a photo. So as you can see, we have dental care here. I need a new one of these because I grind my teeth at night. There's actually a lot of dental offices here. One of the things that African diasporans love about being in Africa is that you see yourself represented everywhere. In most of the ads, billboards, etc. All right, let's pop into Kalamata because this is one of my faves. And I want it to be one of your faves. We've got beautiful decor. Hi, how are you? Good, thank you. All right. So they've got gelato here. I've never tried the gelato. I've only eaten their food. Hi. Hi, how are you? I'm good. I'm leaving. Okay. Hi. I remember you.
I remember you.
How's life?
Life is really good.
Okay.
Welcome to Kalamata again.
Okay. It's been maybe a month and a half.
Yeah, it's been just a month and a half.
Okay.
Since you come.
Yeah.
Since I saw you.
Okay. So you're feeling more comfortable now?
I'm feeling more comfortable.
Okay, good.
But I'm ready for any challenge that comes.
I like that. I like that for you.
Yeah.
I'm filming for my YouTube, so I'm just getting a little
What's your
you.
YouTube name?
Okay, beauty is universal.
Beauty is universal.
Yeah.
You check me.
Okay.
Sunset.
Okay.
You check sunset there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello. One of the cool things about restaurants, a lot of restaurants here for parents, is that there's a playground. This is the place. Oh, I didn't tell you about the food. They say it's Mediterranean, but I think it's more than that. I think it's definitely Med, but also continental as well. Then there's this place, Jahazi. I haven't been in Jahazi, but it looks like a co-working space. Sea Hub Company, I'm not sure. Someone pointed out that part of the reason why the roads can be so bad in many African countries is because there are no weight limits on the roads. So for instance, in the US where I grew up, large commercial vehicles are not allowed on residential roads without a permit or some other type of clearance, just because the residential roads can't handle that weight. But that's not the case anywhere that I've lived in Africa. LAVINGTON'S also a cool spot for parents because you can walk your kid to a lot of really good schools. Because that pickup and drop off, my God, it can be a lot. There's also an art gallery in LAVINGTON that I really like called Circle. They used to be on this road, but they've moved. If I have enough time, let me see if I can make my way over to Circle Art Gallery. Oh, now we're at one of my favorites, Crafty Chameleon. I promise they're not paying me for this sponsorship. Hi, how are you? Thank you. I like Crafty Chameleon and Kalamata because there's so many veg options, not like just a plate of risotto. You know, it's like real well thought out recipes for vegetarians. And again, you can see the garden spaces. Ooh, they got gelato too. So it's a microbrewery as well as a restaurant. Let's see here. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much. Thank you. Cool bar. Lots on tap. And of course they have an indoor area. You can see my outfit. And Nairobi's so green. I hope it stays this way. It's Friday afternoon, folks. So you might be wondering, like, what are these piles of trash that you're seeing? We do have trash pickup. However, some households and even some businesses prefer to compile the trash in one area and then burn it, like maybe once a week. They'll burn it. So it's not great for the environment, but it's cheaper. And then I would say, never, ever, ever underestimate what's beyond these gates. Because so many times I've visited someone and just been amazed at what was beyond those gates. But wait, okay. As far as how much it costs to live in LAVINGTON, I think it depends. Like some people might say, oh, okay, you're not gonna find anything below 1,000 USD per month if you're looking to rent in LAVINGTON. But I don't think that's the case. One of my clients got a really good deal. So it's just a matter of like who you know. I want to go to Joffrey's. I've never been to Joffrey's track. So now that I'm on this side, let's see if I can take you over there. Finding housing in Nairobi, I think personally is really easy if you use like Airbnb. One of the tricks I tell my clients who are not getting a relocation, but they're just getting a consultation, I basically just tell them go on Airbnb, find a place that you like, and then reach out to the host and ask them about how much they charge for a long-term listing. It'll usually be a huge discount. Now, if you're looking for something more permanent and you want to go through a real estate agent, I do advise that. I definitely advise that. But the issue is what you see or what you're exposed to is only as good as your contacts. So there is no one massive database full of available properties. You'll find that real estate agents, they work together. He's asking me if I want to ride on the Matatu public bus. Yeah, so your real estate agent is only as good as their contacts. So one of the services that I offer is a real estate tour. And then that you'll find that real estate agents are, they're versed or their specialty is in maybe like 3 neighborhoods, just because, you know, the massive database that you might be used to in your passport country doesn't really exist here. Not yet. It's coming though. Okay.